Guest Becky now lives in UK but was on holiday in Gaza when this war erupted. He's in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza and is helping people flee from the north and Gaza City to the south. He's also trying to get food to families. Musheir El Farra is an author and documentary filmmaker and chair of the Sheffield Palestine Solidarity Campaign. Thank you very much, Musheir, for being with us. Just give us a sense of what you have been seeing critically on the ground, what you and your family are going through right now.
In fact, I'm still in a state of shock because this morning I attended a scene of horror. I would call it like a four-story building with four families living in four flats on top of each other was hit by an F-16 at about 10:30 this morning. 11 Palestinians, including four children. And this is really shocking to me because three of these children attended a children's center called Never Stop Dreaming, which I personally founded 13 years ago. And they are partners with us in Sheffield Palestine Solidarity Campaign. Three beautiful children were killed under the rubble. It was overwhelming. It was really devastating. And after that, I counted up until now 15 airstrikes by F-16s on Khan Yunis. Now, this is the area in the south that the Israelis are instructing the Palestinians in the north to leave to, and threatening them to be bombed and killed if they don't leave their homes in Gaza, in Beit Hanun, and Beit Lahia, in the north of the Gaza Strip. I'm talking about how can they escape to an area which is being bombed 15 times in one day and counting. You can hear the background if you can. These are the drones and jet fighters in the air. And let me tell you something that happened on the road, Salahuddin Road, yesterday. And that's for the record and for people to know the level of indiscriminate bombing. I mean, hundreds, thousands of cars under the orders of the Israeli army left Gaza City towards the south, towards Khan Yunis, towards Deir el-Balah, towards Rafah, and they were bombed on the way, and 70 civilians were killed in an Israeli airstrike on the cars. I'm talking facts here, and I'm accountable for every word I'm saying. 70 people have been killed after being ordered to leave their homes. This is the level of indiscriminate crimes that are being committed. Let me tell you something. I mean, as a human being, first of all, I want to live in peace in the world. I want to live, and I don't want to have anything to divide me with people based on religion, race, color, or whatever. But the fact that Israel is always pushing for religious war in the West Bank, attacking Muslims' holy shrines, pushing for religious war, when we are trying to say day in and day out that our struggle with Israel is about the destruction of our homeland, the expulsion of our people in 1948, the killing of our people, the theft of our land, of our water, but yet they are pushing for religious war, for hatred. And that's what caused what happened 10 days ago or 9 days ago in the Gaza Strip. I mean, you don't expect to reduce people to nothing. You don't expect to deny people. Let me tell you one statistic that people don't know. Fishermen in the Gaza Strip, in their rusty, ailing, failing boats, suffered 1,135 attacks from the year 2020 to 2023. Now, not a single incident of the Israelis finding one bullet in any fishing boat, yet they attacked those poor fishermen.
Musheir, let me ask you this. It's really important that I get our viewers a sense. Can I just ask you this, because it's really important, and of course, so many innocent civilians have died, and you've just outlined what you have seen. In the past kind of 24 to 48 hours. But let me ask you this. You're visiting family in the south, but you also had a family member, I understand, in the north. Have you been able to move him? What are you hearing? And give us a sense, our viewers a sense, of what conditions are like. Do you have water? Do you have electricity? Do you have food?
I mean, I personally have food, but thousands of families don't have food. I'm working hard with a group of volunteers to provide as much, as we can, as many cases, as many food parcels as we can. We could only secure a few hundreds of food parcels. Thousands of people are on the streets. Let me tell you the irony of the matter. I talked about my relative. This is really irony, and I call it like gallows humor, you know. He was forced to leave the Gaza Strip yesterday, my nephew, again under threat, under bombing, to come to my own house, his grandparents' house in Khan Yunis, where I stay. 11 o'clock night time, the house behind us immediately, an overcrowded area, was ordered to leave or being bombed. So the entire neighborhood. So my nephew was kept bombing in Gaza, came to Khan Yunis to be threatened with bombing. This is the irony of the matter. There's nowhere safe. They're bombing everywhere, they're attacking everywhere, and the humanitarian crisis of people on the streets.
Musheir, I
To have
appreciate you
all these
taking the
hundreds of
time.
thousands on the road, even on cardboards. This is really, really a crime that needs to be stopped.
Musheir, I appreciate you taking the time to speak to us there from Khan Yunis in Gaza. Thank you very much. Do stay safe. Thank you.